Hello, everybody. Today, really simple strategy. We're basically just gonna be running a train on Arthas because I really want this fucking mount finally. So we're just going in on it. I've got all my 120s all sat outside the doors. We're just gonna be going in one after the other, and we're getting this fucking mount. The odds are still very much in my favour. Well, they're very much not in my favour, rather. But we're gonna try it. It's kind of been taking a break for a while in general, to be honest. Been playing that new... Well, I played the new Avengers thing, like, all this weekend. It's actually really fun. It was a nice, like, change of pace, especially from playing this all the time. But it definitely has... There's definitely room for improvement in that game. Can we not get frozen in place, please? Thank you. Yeah, there's definitely some issues with it. Obviously, I had all those issues, like, setting up the stream the other day for, like, actually recording it, and that was a whole mess. And then I had to, like, completely change the system I was using to record, to continue recording after it crashed. And then when I was playing it the other day, it didn't just crash, it managed to overload my graphics card and just crash my computer. Which is impressive, because I've literally never seen a game do that before. It, like, turned off both my monitors and just completely crashed my PC. Like, I could hear Discord, but no one could hear me. I couldn't see anything because my monitors weren't working. When they did come back on, it was like Windows 98 rather than Windows 10. It was a whole thing. I really hope they fix a lot of the issues with that game before it comes out, because I genuinely think it can be good. Like, really good. It was really enjoyable playing as all the different Avengers characters and all the different ways that they play. Like, playing as Cap is basically playing one of the Arkham games. And Thor is like kind of a blend between that and like God of War almost, with the hammer, which is really fun. Then you've got the like really tanky, just flailing around gameplay as Hulk. And I actually really enjoyed playing as Iron Man. I didn't record any of it, but I played as like Iron Man all yesterday. And that's really fun. Like, you can just swap in and out of flight mode whenever in the middle of combat, so you can like go into flight mode, swing around the whole arena you're fighting in, take out all the turrets and the aerial enemies, and then you drop in and just like slam into people and stuff. It's really fun. I really wanted to play more of it when I started playing as him. I also played like a couple missions as Black Widow. That's kind of fun, but she feels way more squishy than the other guys, which makes sense. She's just like a regular person, whereas everyone else is like either a dude in a suit of armor or some sort of superhuman. It's just like all of them play very differently. Like, playing as Black Widow is almost like a third-person shooter, as opposed to like a fighting game, which is how it feels with the other characters. It's fun. I just hope they do something to fix the like performance level issues. And also any crashes and bugs and stuff that hopefully people reported during that beta. But I didn't really see any easy way in-game to report the bugs, which is something that worried me. Like, the game had like a score system for completing missions, which I mentioned in the stream is like really good for gathering like masses of data, because you're gathering like massive numerical data to find out if this mission's fun or if it's really bad or whatever. But there was no like box to input like detailed descriptive information to be like, well, this part was really good, but this part was really boring. The problem with it is this or that or the other. Like, there just wasn't an option. I'm guessing they're expecting you to like go to a forum and stuff to report things. But I definitely feel like the WoW like PTR way of doing it, or the beta way they're doing for Shadowlands and stuff, where there's literally just a box that opens a text box and you can just input whatever the issue is so much better. Obviously, it's not going to be as detailed as what like a QA team can provide them, but it's still more beneficial information, I feel, than just numerical data.
Let's get a move on then.
I'm definitely going to keep an eye on that Avengers game. Like, I don't think I'm going to buy it. I'm definitely not going to pre-order it. I might pick it up eventually, maybe when it's gone down in price a little bit, but I'm going to keep an eye on it because I wouldn't be surprised if they make a lot of changes and do a lot to improve that game, because I feel like there's a lot of room to... Like, the actual big missions where you have, like, an environment to explore first, and then you go into, like, a linear, objective-driven area is really fun. It almost feels like an evolution of that, like, Ultimate Alliance gameplay from back in the day. It would just be nice to have, like, a larger roster of characters to play as. I think the game's supposed to launch with 6. And I think there's plans to bring Hawkeye in eventually, considering he's in, like, a big picture you see in the game at one point. Because I'm assuming the main roster is going to be, like, Thor, Hulk, Cap, Iron Man, Black Widow, and Miss Marvel. And then you've also got Spider-Man if you play on PlayStation. And then also Hawkeye would make 8. I think the game's only launching with 6 of them. Plus 1 extra if you play on PlayStation. But it really would be interesting to see them expand that roster and add more stuff to it. Because I feel like that's one of the things that was really good about the Ultimate Alliance games, was just the amount of variety you had to pick from. Like, you could play as bad guys and good guys, and it was basically almost the entire Marvel roster, from what I remember. There was loads of different characters you could pick from. And they all played in different ways, and they could all, like, combo together to do different things. Which is apparently a thing in the game as well, which I never got to see. From what I've seen, it only seems to actually trigger if you're fighting the big, like, spider robots, which I only got to fight once in the entire time I played. But there's, like, combo move things you can do, like finishes. And like you could do in Ultimate Alliance, but... yeah, very really triggers. I feel like it might be more of a thing when the main game comes out on, like, bosses and the bigger robot enemies, I guess. I think the only other improvement I could think of off the top of my head would also be more enemy variety. I'm guessing AIM is the main bad guy for most of the campaign, given the fact that that's entirely how they're set up in the thing, but I was kind of expecting them to do more of a... like, you know, now the Avengers are kind of gone, some of the other evil corporations and teams to take up shop. So it wouldn't just be fighting AIM. You'd also have, like, Hydra running stuff, and like Kingpin and his gang and stuff doing stuff, because it's set mostly in America, from what I've seen. Which, to be fair, isn't that bad of an idea, considering the amount of different biomes that America has. Due to its size, that they can kind of set it in all these different bits all over America that look so vastly different from each other, while all keeping it within one confined, like, space. I really should remember to change my Heart of Azeroth to the Heart Blast thing rather than this, because now I have to do the long way of doing whatever the green dragon is. It's a little irritating. Yeah, Avengers beta thing was kind of fun. I'm not sure I'd pay, like, whatever the price, like £50 for it, but I'd definitely like to pick it up at some point and play through it. I'd like to play more of it now, to be honest, but, you know, I'm pretty sure it ended yesterday, so... that's not an option. Although it might be up still for a little bit, because I'm assuming it is on American time rather than English. What's that ready to work coming from? It's kind of cool fighting him on the pre-patch event thing, to be honest. I still haven't been back on PTR to see if they've actually put anything back up again, or if it's still the, like, weird PTR but without the pre-patch event thing. I'm hoping they're progressively updating that, but I haven't been back on to look yet. They still follow me too? There we go. It's going to be interesting seeing how this goes with my dwarf, to be honest. Because I haven't touched him since last stream, where the world quests were bugging out, and I just couldn't do them. I also went back to Tiragod Sound and stuff on this character after the stream to do some like archaeology stuff to try and like finish that before Shadowlands comes out. And it was just, the whole area was having a real bad time. Like, it was just, you couldn't really do anything. Like, you'd go to mine somewhere for archaeology, you'd just be stood there for 5 seconds swinging the pick in the air with no progress bar. And then all suddenly the progress bar would pop up and slowly start moving through. It would finish, and then nothing would pop up on the ground for like another 10 seconds, and then that would appear. It was weird. Like, everything was just super delayed. It made doing the archaeology that's already kind of boring in BFA even worse, because I just couldn't do anything. I don't know what was going on, but it was not a good time. Oh, nice. Finally finished that. What's the next milestone for that? 200,000? Really? Fair enough. I expected it to be like, you know, 500,000 or something stupid, but no, just double what it was before. Fair enough. I feel like that'll take me that long, to be honest. Yeah, I haven't been playing much of WoW. I want to get back into it again now, like back into the routine I was with it. I've managed to get the rest of my routine like back in order, like really well actually. I'm feeling a lot better about stuff by doing that, so hopefully I can slot WoW back in there somewhere. But I have just been enjoying playing other things again, because I just stopped playing other stuff and was just playing WoW all the time. It was a nice change of pace. Been playing just anything and everything that's on the Game Pass, pretty much. I think I mentioned trying out Minecraft Dungeons, that's quite fun. I also re-downloaded Diablo 3 on my PlayStation? Well, re-updated it rather. It's on a disc, but I don't know if I'm going to stream that at some point. I don't think I got very far with it when I did play it. Because I was playing it with Mogs for a bit. I think I still have my character from that. I might give that a go at some point. I also started playing Carrion on the Game Pass. That's really fun, but also really weird. The whole, like, you're kind of this weird... It's almost like playing the Flood from Halo. You're like this, like, weird big blob of just, like, organic matter, whatever, like biomass. You're just, like, eyes and teeth and stuff. You're, like, rampaging through and trying to spread the... You're, like, biomass everywhere and growing to, like, larger sizes to unlock new abilities and stuff. Almost feels kind of like a more graphic version of that game from Xbox ages ago, the More or something? Where you were, like, a weird... You were either an alien or, like, a purple blob that would eat everything. And depending on what you ate, it would change your abilities. Which I've also just realised is basically Kirby, isn't it? Except it was like a weird one-eyed purple blob thing, I think. I remember really enjoying that game. I think I might have got like all the achievements on it or something. Or tried to.
Spending another day collecting reagents for that madman Finkelstein.
There was a lot of those weird like little games on the 360. I think it was like the beginning of that like indie games kind of becoming more mainstream. And Microsoft had like a real dominance on that for a while. Not sure how much in the way of indie games really gets on Xbox now, because I haven't got an Xbox One.
Foolish Croc. You brought my reinforcements with you.
I'd hope a lot, considering there's a lot of really good indie games.
All of the pain is gone. You must join me in
I mean, most of the time it's weird little indie games that become super popular that then create trends that AAA games try and replicate. I was thinking about this a few days ago, like, both MOBAs and Battle Royales did exactly the same thing. They both start out as mods for other games, right? Like, MOBAs started out as a mod for Warcraft 3, and then it became Dota, and then a free-to-play version came out in the form of League, which then like super popularized it. And Battle Royales did exactly the same thing. It was like a mod for Armor and Minecraft, and then it became a game in the form of PUBG, and then it became a free-to-play thing in the form of Fortnite, and became super popular, and then everyone tried to replicate it. And the same thing happened with MOBAs back in the day. Like, everyone tried to make their own. Even Blizzard did, didn't they? With like, was it Heroes of the Storm? Which, if it wasn't for the fact that I don't get along with MOBAs, I would probably really enjoy the Blizzard one. Because you get to play as all the different heroes from all the different properties. And I really like a lot of Blizzard's character designs and stuff. Why did I just stop moving? Also, I lost the point that I started with that whole thing. I do that a lot, weirdly. My brain just sort of goes into rant mode and it just doesn't stop going. But it never remembers where it came from. I don't think my brain has a lot of RAM when it comes to ranting. But yeah, that does seem to happen a lot, where it's the weird indie games that become, like, the trendsetters. But then all the AAA companies try and replicate. And some more successful than others, obviously. And basically the same thing happened with Minecraft, didn't it? Ages ago. That then started the whole, like, survival sandbox trend that is still being replicated even now. People are still trying to capture that original, like, Minecraft eye that it essentially had. And to be honest, from the standpoint of like a consumer, I've not been able to find anything that could really give me that same feeling that Minecraft did back in the day. I think it was like this weird alignment of just like time in my life and that game coming out. Because basically in every game I'd played before that, I'd always enjoyed the like creative aspects of them, right? Like making maps in Halo 3 and creating different game modes, doing the same thing in Far Cry. And basically every game that there was an option to be creative and make things, that would be what I'd play 90% of the time. Because as much as I enjoyed multiplayer in like Reach and Halo 3 and stuff, the main thing I'd do was play Forge. And custom games and stuff, like, it was always that, and then Minecraft came along as this like perfect expression of just creativity. Like, it's basically just Lego in game form, right? That's what everyone compares it to. And it is exactly that. It is just, here's a world, you can do basically whatever the hell you want in it. You can go and carve that mountain into a giant face and live in it if you want to. Like, you can do whatever. So in a way, it is kind of nice to see but the game's trying to adopt that, but I don't think anything has really captured me in the same way that Minecraft did back in the day. Oh, what was that? Skull of a frozen whelp? Oh, got one of those before apparently. Fair enough, they must be pretty rare to drop from her then, I guess. Clear it all out. Yeah, I just wanted to spend a stream focusing purely on getting Invincible and, like, you know, trying to finish off Wrath in terms of dungeon and raid content. I already mailed it. I'm just gonna sell those. Screw it. I do still need to finish, well, I need to get the mount from Ulduar, and I need to get the dragon from Northgard Pinnacle or whatever still as well. But Invincible's the one that I really, really want. Like, I don't really care that much about the giant flying head. It's a cool mount, I guess, but it also looks kind of dumb. Whereas Invincible is this, like, cool flying undead dragon. Like, not dragon, horse. Which I think is really cool, and I really want one. To be honest, I'd really like the time walking Lich King mount as well, but I haven't got enough time walking badges on one character. I do across all my characters. But not enough specifically on one, and I don't think you can transfer them in any way. Which is a little unfortunate. But yeah, I think I might also do like a battle pet stream at some point, because I do just want to focus on getting these battle pets like leveled up. Especially because if I finish the quest line for 2 of them, I get mounts from both of them, which would also help with this over here. Because I feel like I'm super, super close to finishing my objective of getting 200 mounts before Shadowlands. I'm kind of running out of sources. And because I'm not playing daily, doing the Argent Crusade stuff has really slowed down. Although the past few streams I have done of WoW, we have got really lucky with getting like multiple mounts per stream. It's incredible, to be honest. We've got like half the mana raise now or whatever, that's pets, not mounts. Yeah, we've got those 2, and then there's like those 2 left, plus the 1 that drops from the rare. So if we have time left at the end of the stream, I'll probably go back and try and get some more of those. The Argus rares have really helped push my my mount counter along, to be honest. Because it kind of slowed down there for a while, and then I started doing Argus stuff and just getting a crap load of them. I'm also really close to finishing Suramar, I think, now. I think I'm like 3 or 4 quest chain things off of finishing Suramar. And I'm pretty sure that gets me a mount too. As well as also unlocking the Nightborn or whatever for Shadowlands, which is nice. Which means I'll have all the races unlocked. But I also need to spend some time finally leveling up more characters, because I'm missing... Still missing my 4th for Shadowlands. I want to use my level boosts for my, like, farming characters. Just so I can speed that along a little bit. You know what? It really would ruin the whole point of the stream if I got Invincible off of the first kill of the week. Really would. Guess I'd have to go and do some other things. What are the odds of it dropping? Astronomically low. I'm pretty sure I've seen some people who have been farming this like religiously for years and have never got it, so my odds are pretty low.
Blessing, give me the strength to shatter these bonds.
Be interesting to see these two again in Shadowlands. Well, basically everyone who's here is all of them are supposed to be in Shadowlands at some point. Or to some degree. Well, guess we gotta go again. That definitely isn't the mount. Nope. Okay, cool. And I could walk back down. Is that a safe area down there? I don't know. Already 200 gold into the next 100,000 I need for that achievement. It's not a set in stone goal, but I do want to try and finish the character achievements before Shadowlands at least. I know there are plenty of people out there who've got like 90% of the achievements in the game. Well, I'm not one of them, and I'm still working through them.
Congratulations.
I'm actually pretty sure I'm not far off all the character achievements now. I just need that last 100,000 gold, and then like 2 more classes at 120 or something would then get me the other one I'm missing, and that's it. Then I'm done for character achievements. Unless they add more in Shadowlands, but I don't think there's any new ones on the PTR that I saw.
I need to get closer.
What happens here will echo through the ages.
The only thing I really need is that dash to recharge quicker, and this would be perfect.
And safety of our people. Remember, heroes, fear is your greatest enemy in these
Oof, I'm getting dragged. Was it 5? Cool.
The enemy will falter at the sight of us. Fall as the light of righteousness envelops them.
Damn it, I'm being webbed.
Our march upon Ice-Crown Citadel
I'm out of
begins
range.
now.
It's too far away. I need
Haven't played Demon Hunter in ages. Also, I don't think this character has many bags, do they? It's just 20 slots? Yeah. I went through and upgraded the bags for literally all my characters, apart from my Horde one, apparently. I was still stuck with real basic bags. I'm pretty sure my dwarf and my gnome all have full 30 slots now. I know I could get 2 extras in all of them, but that requires me to spend way more gold than they're worth, considering you can get 30 slot bags currently for like 200 gold on the server. And just for an extra 10 slots, spending like, I think it's 2,000 gold per bag for the 32 slot ones is incredibly excessive. It's like 10 times the price for 10 slots. It's not worth it at all. Actually, it's not even 10 slots, is it? It's, what, 4? Oh, 8? You're not even getting the full, like, thing. Oh, I went the wrong way. I think I just killed some random Alliance lady. I always go left, because it's always there on the Alliance side. That's the main one I run everything on.
Power of the light knows no bounds, Sarfang. His soul is under great strain,
I've not actually listened to the dialogue before at all.
If we rescue Bolvar Fordragon, we may quell the unrest between the Alliance and the Horde. Arms look down.
We were literally fighting each other on the top of the thing, and then we're going to fight each other on this airship. I don't think just saving some random ass dude is going to end this faction conflict.
Prepare Orgrin's hammer for its final voyage. Champions, our gunship will find a point to dock on the upper reaches of the Citadel. Meet us there. What is that? Something approaching in the distance.
I hope this Old Scrolls soundtrack is loud enough. It does make me miss playing Skyrim, to be honest. Probably play it again at some point soon. We good? We're good. I remember that time this bugged out on stream and I just don't want it to repeat itself. I always try and take it a little bit slowly and not just go through it as quickly as possible. Oh, nice. Boots. I'm looking forward to having an alliance Demon Hunter when Shadowlands comes out. I know there used to be a bug where you could get two, but I'm pretty sure it was patched out. You could get a second Demon Hunter by deleting your first one, and then making a second one, and then restoring the previous one, whereas I don't think it lets you. Which is fair enough, to be honest. It was a bit... like, there's a reason they have a check in place to stop you having Wallball, so... it feels fair for them to fix that. Whereas in Shadowlands they're taking away the advantage Demon Hunters have anyway, so... which is just them starting at 110. All the hero classes are starting at level 8, I think, in Shadowlands.
It means heart of Draenor in Orcish.
Which really isn't that much of an advantage over just a regular class anymore.
My boy would be safe, hidden away by the elders of Garadar. I made a promise to his mother before she died, that I would cross the dark portal.
I think allied races still start at level 10 though. They're gonna skip the whole, like, starting island thing.
Today, I fulfill that promise.
Pathetic old orc. Come,
What does this do, the void ritual thing?
come and face the might of the Scourge. By the might of the Lich King.
I don't have a target.
Released.
I've been trying to keep up with everything that's been going on with WoW and seeing all the weird PvP scaling stuff people have been on
I
about.
need to target something first.
Which really makes me glad that I decided not to get into PvP. Because the fact that by having worse gear you do better just doesn't make any sense.
You will have a proper ceremony at Shagrast, next to the pyres of Rohan.
Which is a really odd decision, considering how much some people already complain about the fact that they feel their efforts are invalidated by other things, such as store mounts. They then decided to add in a system that completely invalidates all progress you've made, because by putting in less progress you do more damage. And also take less damage. It's a really weird scaling system.
No matter how dire the battle, never forsake it.
Really odd. I feel like there are definitely different ways to do a scaling system that are less... Oh, what was that? Arctic fur. Oh, it's just like special leather. Fair enough. Yeah, I feel like there are definitely other ways to do scaling that wouldn't impact things quite like that.
Just an ordinary gas cloud. But
I feel like it'd be easier to just scale everyone to one item level. Kind of like how time walking works, right? Where it just scales everyone down to a set item level. Just have PvP always scale you down to a set item level or scale you up to a set item level. Then you're still getting some advantage from having better gear, right? Because higher gear scales down slightly differently to like lower level gear.
I'm out of range.
I think that was a system that was in the game before as well. Maybe the WOD era. I'm sure I remember seeing an article or someone talking about exactly that. But that system does feel like it would work a lot better than the current one.
oh, Vesterga, you were always
I need a
my
target.
favorite. Next to Rockface. The good
Because with how the system works right now, I could go into
yes, I can practically
like a battleground, and because I have on my gnome like 445 gear, I would technically be doing more damage and taking less damage than people wearing 470. Which is it doesn't make any sense. Like, I can see the point of it. Like, it's to level the playing field, right? It's to make it so that everyone fights equally, no matter how much time and effort you've put in. It enables everyone to get into PvP and enjoy it. It takes away that barrier of entry, like in old school PvP, where just because you were high level and had better gear, you would just destroy everyone.
everyone. I think
You can't do that when there's PvP scaling because it...
I need to target something.
Oh, just got exalted on this character too. Nice. Yeah, because there's no PvP scaling, doing like classic PvP and stuff, you just get destroyed by whoever has the better gear. Which is, in a way, fair enough, because it rewards people for putting in more effort, because they're therefore more powerful and can do more. But at the same time, it's also a weird barrier of entry that then stops other people from getting into it, and it was kind of a thing that puts me off PvPing in Classic. And then seeing the ridiculous amount of effort you have to put in to like actually get anywhere doing it in current WoW also makes me not want to do it. Because I think I mentioned before on stream, like, I'm not a massive fan of like competitive stuff anymore. I'd rather chill out and, you know, run a raid or play through some sort of single player campaign or play some sort of co-op game. We have to work together with someone or whatever. Like, that's fine. I just kind of getting tired of having to compete against other people and just getting irritated all the time by either myself or like not having a good enough team to be able to do things. Like, I used to play a lot of Battlefield and stuff, right? And your progress within that game is entirely tied to your team. And half the time in Battlefield, you'll just have a team of people who are all wanting to play sniper, so they sit on a hill 50 miles away from the objective, just shooting people and not playing the game. And it's like, you can't do anything about it. You can't make a difference. You can do some flanks and stuff and get in there and get some kills yourself, but you're not going to be able to take an objective as one dude against an entire enemy team. There's stuff like that that makes me just not super interested in competitive stuff anymore, because it's just not that fun getting frustrated with other people or yourself. Whereas I can play a single player game and just have a laugh. Like, I can get kind of irritated at bugs and stuff, like, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of evidence of that already. Because I do seem to have a natural affinity of just breaking everything I play game-wise. Like, I have a really, really old series on my YouTube channel where I literally just used to record all the bugs I would find in games. Because I'd somehow managed to get my character, like, half stuck in the ground, or, you know, glitch an object inside of a place where it shouldn't be, which would then break the game further. I'd be pretty good at doing that, without intending to.
I'm out of range.
But yeah, bugs are
I need a target.
pretty much the only thing that is irritating in, like, single player stuff, and that's it. God damn it. And something I'd happily help the companies find if they give me a job.
Even dying here beats spending another day collecting reagents for that madman Finkelstein.
Miserable
I need to get
creature.
closer.
Die!
Our champions have arrived. Support them as we push our way through the hall.
You may have once fought beside me, Kronk, but now you are nothing more than a traitor. Come, your second death approaches.
That's something I was just kind of thinking of in my head there for a second. Sorry, I wasn't really talking. Kind of wondering how new university courses are going to be working right now with the current world situation. Like, are they just carrying on as normal, or have they changed things? But I was about to say, I have, like,
We must bring her down quickly.
I wrote a dissertation on games, so I have,
You
feel like I have the knowledge to, you know, test them and break them, funnily enough. But I was just thinking, like, how are they doing that for new courses and attendees and stuff? Are they expecting them to just go into university, or what? Because especially with the course I did on, like, games and 3D modeling and stuff,
I'll draw her attacks.
a lot of that could have been done from home with just, like, a video lecture. Very easily. I mean, obviously there are going to be those who, you know, don't do the work, but they're going to not do the work whether they're in person or at home anyway.
I don't have a target.
At the end of the day, that's entirely on them for making that decision.
You have done much in this war against the Scourge.
So I don't really think doing video lectures and just allowing students to stay in a safe situation is much of an issue.
That lie ahead, and do try to remain.
Considering, without being, like, mean to anyone, there are definitely people that
I'm out of range.
I went to university with that I'm not sure I would trust to be following any sort of guideline with the current world situation.
I need to get closer. I need a target.
And so if that was an issue when I was there, I'm gonna guess that's gonna be an issue now, too.
It's too far away.
I would hope universities, especially the one I went to, are taking some effort to divert that issue, hopefully. Well, to be fair, being in a computer lab is probably a pretty good place to be, as long as the surfaces are cleaned. Because the, thingy doesn't like heat, or whatever, the virus. Just why everyone's worried about the winter.
Must not approach the frost.
Being somewhere super warm should
I need to get closer.
actually be a good thing.
It's too far away.
I remember how warm those computer labs got in the first, like, 2 years. They did finally upgrade us to some slightly nicer rooms in the final year. Although, to be fair, those nicer rooms were a lot nicer in comparison to what we were in before. To be honest, I do kind of miss university still.
I'm out of range. It's too far away.
It was a really good
I'm out of range.
experience, and also it was kind of nice just having like a set objective to work towards all the time. Like, as much as deadlines used to stress me the hell out, I do kind of miss having one, weirdly. I think I just got into the mindset of it so much so. Because I basically had deadlines for like 5 years straight. So now not having one does feel weird still. Even like a year later.
I need to target something.
That's something I've tried to kind of capture with these like new structures and routines and stuff I'm building for myself. Try and capture that same air of like a deadline and this task needs to be done by this time, whatever. Because I feel like it definitely
I
benefits
need to get closer.
me and my mental health by doing that.
To have come to this place, the icy winds of Northrend will consume your soul!
I mean, I started trying to do that like last year when I first started streaming again properly and just playing like Gears of War and stuff, but I created too much of a structure. Which is weird, but basically I was like overly complicating the structure of it and being like, well, I'm going to play this on this day and this on this day and this on that day.
Target something first.
And it just didn't work for me. Weirdly, I feel like I need kind of an overarching structure, like, pardon me, having a deadline, but not having like specific like daily breakdown things doesn't work for me. Like having a routine of like, did I need that for some reason? Yes, I did. Okay, buy that back. Yeah, having like a daily routine of like get up at this time, do this, do that. That works. But having like such a intensive breakdown that I'm supposed to do this on this specific date at this time doesn't work at all. I'm just going to take a quick break. We're back in a sec. And we're back. Right, what else could I loot off of her? No, just those. Right. Continue on the thought I was on. It does kind of make sense that having more of like a free-flowing structure works better for me. Because it's essentially the same thing as having like a deadline at university or at college or whatever. Because you're not really given like a specific breakdown, you're just given a deadline, everything's to be done by this date. It just kind of makes sense that that structure fits me better, rather than like having a super specific breakdown. I might take the time at some point to finish Gears of War, but I don't think I'll do it on stream. Just because I know from streaming Gears, and then, well, I did that previously, and then streaming Avengers this weekend. It feels like those action games, the ones where there's a whole bunch of stuff moving, there's so many particles and stuff happening all the time, OBS just does not handle it well. I don't know if that's specifically me with OBS, or that's just a thing in general. I can't be sure, I don't know. But watching those Avengers streams back and the edited versions and stuff, there is some, like, weird issues with that. And I know that Avengers beta was just kind of a bit buggy and definitely intensive. Like, I don't know how my PC managed to stream it on high for as long as it did, because I tried switching to high, and that's what caused that big crash. So, it was very, very GPU intensive. That probably didn't help. So I'm going to try just, like, recording some Gears of War stuff separately, because I do kind of want to finish that series at some point. I do really like the Gears games. And it would be like a nice little treat for myself to finish all of them again.
So be it. Champions, attack!
Because I've still never played 3. Weirdly. I've played 1 and 2, I've played 4 and 5, but I've not played 3. I've also not played that other one that was in the middle, whatever that was called. The one where it was like you played as Baird or something. I haven't done that one either. I also don't own that one, so that's not happening. But I'll play like the mainline games on stream at some point. Just because I do want to finish them. I've also been toying with the idea of playing the other Pokemon game on Switch with Mogs co-op at some point. Doing like a co-op Nuzlocke or something like that might be really fun. Because it's based on the old games. I can't remember which one it is. I think it's one of the very first ones it's based on. I think it might be Gen 1 because the roster's really small in it. But it has the like weird Pokemon Go catch mechanics and stuff. So we might have to put some other rules on that as well to make it like actually challenging. Because I played that and I beat it. I think I did everything other than like the Mewtwo bit, like right at the end of the pit after the Elite Four and whatever. But I like smashed through the Elite Four with just Pikachu and Blastoise. Like Pikachu is broken strong in that game for some reason. I think it's because you can give it the candy stuff, whatever that's called, that like buffs it up to make it even stronger. So Pikachu's just broken, overpowered in that game for some reason. So it might be fun to play that as like a challenge mode thing. Then doing it in co-op will make it a little different from like every other Nuzlocke, where it's just solo depression, mostly. To be fair, I still want to play like Pixelmon and stuff again. But I think if I play like Pixelmon, I need to like set a specific objective to work towards, because all the old maps and stuff, I tried a few of them ages ago and they just like don't function with the newer versions of that mod. So it might be worth just setting my own like specific objectives and stuff to work towards each like week or whatever. Oh, do I have to hit him?
I don't have a target.
Cool. That's not a mount. Just fell over in the background behind all the loot. Oof. Okay. Right, next guy. This is going to be interesting. I think I started talking about it earlier, but using the dwarf is going to be fun because he has that ring that I picked up last stream that has like 80 corruption on it or whatever. So the minute I attack something, I'm just going to get one shot by an eye. So that's going to be fun. Because the fucking world quests were bugged. Also, he looks like an idiot. I really need to get him some gear that I can actually like transmog and make him look less like a dumbass. Because currently he's got this weird like corset thing on, and yeah, he just looks like a mess, to be honest. Please tell me I ran that on heroic on my demon hunter. I didn't pay attention. Oof. I'm not logging out and logging back in again to check, but that would be painful if that wasn't the case. Jesus Christ. I could just unequip that ring and re-equip the one that's not gonna murder me. For now. Just until I get through this, because yeah, I'm not sure I wanna deal with that, to be honest. It's kinda nice just being able to do this and just spin through a dungeon. Here's what I like about Warrior for like speedrunning stuff, it's just that. Really nice. Just press one button. To be honest, I could literally just bind it to my my like other mouse button and then just not have to press anything on my keyboard for this entire run as the Warrior. Although I'm not sure I'd trust that actually, because it's a macro technically. I don't know, Blizzard isn't a big fan of those. I know it's only a one button macro, so technically it doesn't count as a macro, it's basically like pressing a button on a keyboard anyway. But I don't want to push it with Nice. Okay. Get all the achievements on this one as well. Oh, also I can get the set for Warrior from here, can't I? What is the Warrior set from this, actually? Ice Crown? 25 heroic? Ooh. Oh, that's nice, actually. That kind of fits with the like, fiery theme I was going for. I could maybe, like, add in some of these pieces, especially the shoulders, maybe. Oh, it's the vendor stuff, so you have to get it from... Right, okay. I will try to remember that. I feel like she's dying quicker than she did on my Demon Hunter, weirdly. Oh, I need to do all the dungeon runs on this character, actually, yeah. Because we couldn't do those on stream the other day. I don't know if I'll do those on stream, because I did want to hit Argus after. Let me just kill all of these guys. There we go. I do feel like warriors have plenty of maneuverability when you're running content that's filled with a lot of mobs. Like the charges really like sprint you around. It's nice. Gonna have a lot of crap to sell at the end of this.
Fire up the engines. We got a meeting with destiny, lads. Hold on.
Yeah, I think I need to just, if I get the shoulder pieces, save those, and then get the tokens or whatever to change them in. Wait, what? I already have the chest piece
What in the world is that?
and the leggings, but they didn't.
Spyglass crewman. By me
Huh?
own ear. Horde sailing in fast and hot. Evasive action.
Okay.
Guns.
Sure.
Cowardly dory. You blind
Also, I like the fact that the Alliance guns have a way bigger AoE than the Horde ones.
You won't be taking this on Iron Force just about to fight.
The Horde ones, you just hit the side of the thing, whereas the Alliance guys just blow up half the ship whenever you shoot it.
Getting in me way. Fire all guns. Fire. Fire.
So, it's a little odd. Yeah, I started my other audiobook I got with Audible a couple days ago. It's the latest one for Warhammer, the Indomitus Crusade or whatever. Which has been interesting so far. I mean, the twists were very obvious so far, but it's been interesting. It's taken a bit to actually learn all the characters and stuff, because obviously it's Warhammer, and they're all Space Marines, so they have, like, really Latin names. Well, there's Praxamides, and there's something else that begins with, like, a ES. Like, I genuinely cannot remember already. Praxamides is, like, the main guy that they keep talking about. They also keep shorting it to just Prax, which is much easier to remember, which I think is why that stuck, but none of the others have.
A lone orc against the might of the Alliance.
It's been interesting so far. It's them like following this vessel that appears to be like basically falling apart, like its engines aren't working and whatever, but they know it's a traitor legion thing. So they're just like hunting it down. And then things go horribly wrong, as usual in 40k. But yeah, the twists and stuff haven't been super subtle yet. But I'm interested to see where it goes, because at least the like 9th edition trailer and stuff were all centered around the like the Necron conflict. So I'm wondering if the book is eventually going to move into that, or it's just going to focus on this like one ship trying to rejoin the Crusade. Because I have read some of the other like Warhammer books, and I'm pretty sure one of the other ones is kind of the same thing, except it's a group of Ultramarines that end up fighting the thingy. Death God. On another world, and that was really cool actually. I really enjoyed reading that. I think 40k lends itself more to like actual books than audiobooks. Just because with actual books you can go back over and like reread a name until it's stuck. Whereas like listening to an audiobook, you kind of just have to try and keep up as it goes.
I need to target something first. Spare your life.
And like it's kind of hard to distinguish a couple of these characters already for me. So. Well, I've got the, yeah, getting it more as I've like continued to listen to it.
Must get closer.
It has made me want to finally get around to finishing my Space Wolves. Which I started doing a load of miniature painting and stuff towards the the beginning of the like lockdown and stuff. Obviously, I know it's mostly come to an end in most areas of the country now. Technically, the lockdown's over, but not everything's back to normal. I don't think it will be for a while, but I started doing a lot towards the start that I still haven't actually like posted any of the stuff, but I painted like the full Dark Souls board game box, and then I bought the expansion box and haven't finished painting that yet either. I painted up like all my Space Wolf heroes as well. A whole bunch of those are like converted to be like custom models and stuff. Oh god, there's so much crap just all running into this one door hole. Jesus. Nice. Yeah, when I get that finished, I've got like 10 Hell Blasters or whatever to finish painting, and that's it. Then my Space Wolves are done, finally.
Jaina, why are you crying?
Which would be nice. Although I have decided to, like, as much as I want to, because I really like some of the, like, the newer models and stuff. Decided I don't really want to buy any more Warhammer for a while, just because it's too expensive for me to consider it like a good outgoing cost. Like I can justify, like I've said before, I can justify my expenses on like a WoW sub because it's helpful. And as much as I would be able to justify that in the same way for WoW, because it again used to be really helpful for like relaxing and taking a break from just sitting at a computer, basically. I already have so many models that aren't finished that I can't use that as an excuse in my head to, like, buy more, because I've already got so many I need to paint. I'm also still waiting on my copy of the Doom board game that I ordered ages ago. Like, I ordered that at the start of the lockdown, so basically the start of the year, and I'm still not got that yet. That's still not come back in stock or been sent out. Which really sucks, because I really wanted to play that, and I really wanted to paint the all the demons and stuff from Doom. Because some of those models look really, really pretty. So I'm very much looking forward to that when it finally gets here. So speaking of buying stuff, I made my MyProtein order and got my rest of the stuff I need. So MyProtein, as always, has sales on constantly. They had the nice 50% off with like a declining thing. So like every few hours it would go down by 1%. Whatever. It was a weird way to do a sale, but I kind of like it. But then also, for the first time, Honey actually worked and gave me another discount on top of that. So I've got like a fucking crate of MyProtein stuff coming now. It's great. Also got like a free plan thing with them, which is pretty cool. Like a diet plan thing, which just helped me like work out some stuff. Turns out I've been doing it right this whole time anyway. It was just nice to have like, you know, an actual document that confirms it. I've also got their like sugar-free syrups coming, and the pancake pack, which comes with another syrup. I've got maple in that, and then I got the chocolate one separate, which would be nice. I can actually have like sauces and flavors and stuff again because it's all sugar-free and relatively healthy. Still not gonna have a lot of it, but just be nice to be able to like flavor things properly without like adding excess carbs and stuff to meals and fats. Also got some barbecue sauce that's also sugar free, so I can have that with like chicken and stuff. Be nice. I've been looking and trying to find a way to have like more flavors and stuff with different meats. Because at one point I was doing like keto, so just eating meat and vegetables basically, and it's kind of brutal some days when you just have like a plate of beef because you've decided that you're just going to have what everyone else has, but you're just not going to have the carbs from that meal. And you realise that essentially boils down to just having a slab of meat and some broccoli, and it's like, it's kind of tough to just chew through this thick slab of like pork with nothing on it. It's not fun. But now actually having sauces and stuff can actually flavour things nicely. I mean, I really like paprika on stuff, but it's also like a dry flavour, which then when you put that on like a dry piece of meat doesn't really help. So it'd be nice to have, like, you know, a sauce that I can actually use. Yeah, I've also been like putting my protein powder in a bunch of stuff and like finding different recipes to include it in, rather than just having like shakes and stuff all the time. So I got like a vanilla bag of protein rather than using the flavoured stuff. Which the flavoured stuff hasn't been bad. Like I got, I think it's caramel latte that I have, which when I went back on to order more, I couldn't actually see it on the list anymore. So I don't know if they've stopped doing it or they've rebranded it to something else. Because they seem to do that a lot. Where they just change the name or something slightly. Because it was caramel latte on the like website. Then on the bag it says caramel coffee, and then on the website now that I couldn't see those as options, but there were other things that were there that were also caramel flavoured, so who knows. But that's a good one if you wanted a new flavour. Also, cookies and cream was the one I had before. That's also really nice. I decided to just have plain now, because I'm adding it into so many other things I can flavour that separately. And also just having protein powder to use in recipes and stuff is super helpful, because it means you can always maintain that, like, those macro levels properly. It seems to be genuinely working, like, I've noticed I'm not losing like a massive amount of weight, but I am building more muscle in my arms almost constantly now. So I feel like the reason I'm not necessarily losing a lot of weight is because whatever weight I'm losing from dieting, because I'm consuming like a consistent amount of protein in almost every meal, I'm just putting on muscle to replace the fat. Which then means I'm still maintaining a weight because I'm just putting it on heavier stuff, basically. Because I'm pretty sure muscle weighs more than fat anyway. It's kind of a weird system. I feel like if I concentrated just on like cardio stuff and removed weightlifting, I'd probably lose weight more consistently. Because then I wouldn't be putting on any more mass that is then, like, you know, tipping the scales back or whatever. But basically it's going well, and it all started with WoW, which is a really odd thing.
The loss of our comrades was unpreventable. They lived and died in the
Considering I've heard far more stories of WoW kind of ruining people's time than helping them improve it, but I feel like I've managed to turn it into something genuinely supportive.
Much longer. You must heal my wounds.
I am out of range. Beware the dangers that lie ahead, and do try to remain in one piece.
Really, really hoping we get
Too far away.
Invincible. That'd be so nice. I could also go and run, I was gonna say I could go run Ulduar on all my characters, but I really can't be asked to run Ulduar on all my characters. I might run Onyxia. Onyxia's fun. It's just one boss. A big old dumb dragon. It's also one of the only Drakes I'm missing, so that would be nice. I still need to keep running Dragon Soul, but it's the same as, like, Siege of Orgrimmar. I just cannot be bothered with it. It's so long. Dragon Soul's not too bad, actually, thinking about it in comparison. Oh yeah, I emptied out my inventory for stuff, didn't I? It's still longer than running, like, half the other dungeons, I feel. Half the other raids, but it's not as bad as, Siege. I'm just leaving Siege of Orgrimmar where it is. As far as I'm concerned, I've only got one raid I need to do in Pandaria. I'm just not touching Siege of Orgrimmar until I've done all the others. Which, considering Shadowlands is coming out soon, will mean I have even more things to farm. Means Siege is kind of on the back burner. I'm actually gonna, I think, go back and rewatch my stream I did of the Halo stream. Because I'm pretty sure when I did that one, there wasn't any of the weird visual stuff of the Avengers stream. I'm trying to figure out in my head what it was that caused that. Because if it wasn't happening with Halo, then my original, like, theory of it being due to, like, the amount of action and particle effects and stuff happening means that must be incorrect, because Halo has a whole bunch of shit happening constantly. If it didn't occur in that game, then it has to be something to do with the game. In which case I'm gonna have to do, like, somehow test streams before I do, like, a full stream on certain games. Like, I know WoW is generally fine, apart from if I record on, like, Indistinguishable, then it has, the occasional stuttering issue. I know WoW's good and that's my main focus, so that's fine, but I need to figure out what other games I can play and stream. Because I know streaming is, like, far more intensive than just recording. So that might just be the issue. Which is why I was thinking about doing Gears as just like a recorded series and just stick that on the YouTube channel rather than streaming it. Well, how many bag slots have I got? Okay, plenty. Yeah. It'd be weird doing YouTube content again, just for YouTube. Like, obviously I've been editing up the streams and stuff and, like, cutting some of them down into, like, bite-sized chunks, the ones that I feel can be. Like, this will just be one big stream. I don't think I'll bother editing it, but if I was doing, like, Shadowlands content and playing through, like, storylines and stuff, then I'd probably break up, like, here's all the Kyrian stuff, here's all the Venthia stuff, or whatever, right? Because not everyone wants to sit through and watch, like, full streams. So having, like, little bite-sized chunks of people who just want to watch, like, a specific storyline or a specific mission or whatever feels right. Feels like I'm just making the content more consumable by different audiences. I do feel like, in a way, the Avengers stuff kind of bloated the amount of stuff I uploaded a little bit, because it was like 4 videos within like an hour of, like, all within an hour they all went live. I don't know. I'm still kind of figuring out exactly how I want to do stuff, but I do like the idea of having, like, content split into kind of 2 different formats. And I have tried to mark them and make them distinguishable with each other with the thumbnails. Like, edited down stuff has that, like, red to yellow, whereas the main stuff has the green to blue, and then other games have the, like, purple pink one. Like, I've tried to make it easy enough to distinguish them by just looking at them.
We'll grant you a swift death, Arthas. More than can be said for the thousands you've tortured and slain.
Hopefully that's enough. I mean, at the end of the day, the people who, like, subscribe or follow or whatever just for WoW content are gonna probably just watch the WoW videos, whereas I do kind of want to do other stuff occasionally. If I could get a camera setup working for it, I would even consider, like, doing painting streams.
Champions, attack!
Just because it gives me, like, the same format this does, basically, right? Like, I can... Oh yeah, I have to keep moving because this character doesn't have enough damage output to really kill the Lich King. Huh. Nice. Cool. Something I have noticed doing the WoW stuff is that the whole SEO thing is definitely still a major part of the YouTube algorithm. Because just putting the word Shadowlands or Gold in the title of a WoW video just gets people to watch it, no matter what. They might not like the content they find, so they might leave immediately, but it brings more people into the content than putting literally anything else in the title, seemingly. I know when I was doing that stream the other day where I was gold farming and whatever, the amount of people that just popped in to Twitch, the Twitch thing. Didn't seem like they liked my voice for much because they just left immediately, but people popped in, people like clicked on it and actually looked for it and stuff. And noticing, looking at the viewership and the the analytics and stuff, like a lot more people are searching for them and finding those videos. Apparently they're even coming up in the suggested videos from other WoW YouTubers now, which is odd to think, really, considering I've been watching some of these WoW YouTubers since, like, last year now, and now my videos are coming up in the suggested from them. It's really strange. I'm definitely not coming up in the suggested of, you know, Asmon yet, but there's time for that, I guess. I'm definitely not getting that level of viewership. To be honest, I don't necessarily really want that level of viewership. I feel like it would be very difficult to manage a stream. Well, we got some stuff, but it definitely ain't amount. Nope. Damn it. What did we get? The Royal Scepter of Tyrannus II and Bronzebeard's Legacy. What's that? Oh wow, okay. A lot of maces. That one's kind of cool, actually. That one looks like it would really hurt. Pretty cool. Cool, let's go see what gear we can buy. Where is the warrior trainer? Warlock? Oh, yep, Sylvanas is here. Varian? Wait, where is the warrior trait? Have I walked past him? Paladin armor. Oh, warrior armor. Yeah.
What brings you here?
A giant Tauren, dude. Okay. Oh, you can just straight up buy all of these pieces. I forgot about that. How much inventory space have I got? Loads. Okay. Well, let's just buy all of them, I guess. What's the difference between these two? Wait, these are exactly... Oh, it's just like different variants. Well, that doesn't matter. A lot of pages of stuff. Wait, they do actually count as separate appearances despite the fact that they're the same armor. Yeah. Alright, which ones can I upgrade then? Is it this one? What colour is that? The orange one? Can I go straight to red? Can indeed. There we go. Those are some cool ass shoulders. Can I, there we go. That's the, like, intended one. I don't know if they gel super well with the gauntlets. In a weird way, I'm kind of just replacing the Dark Iron default stuff more and more. What have I got in terms of these? How many of these have I got? I've got 1, 2... Oh, damn it, I've only got 2 of the, like, heroic upgrades. I don't know if I can do everything. I don't think I can upgrade these at all, can I? I'm missing the, like, seal. Yep. Fuck. I'm just gonna keep those bits. Right, can vendor all the weapons. All the food, and those, and those. Don't sell the ring that's gonna murder me if I put it on, but that's fine. Yeah, unfortunately. Fortunately, no Invincible. But we can go run Argus on the gnome. Hopefully we'll get something from there instead. Might try doing a stream on Carrion at some point, actually. I think I can start like a new profile from the beginning or whatever. Just because I feel like the game will be fun to just talk over while I smash around trying to destroy everything. Seeing all the new DC property games coming out kind of makes me want to go back and finish Arkham Origins as well, actually, but don't know if that's something I'll do on stream, considering I think I'm like halfway through and then I stopped playing. Oh, I'm in here. Right. Yeah, like halfway through and stopped, so probably not going to do that on stream. Just because I feel like it'd be very hard to follow from an outside standpoint, just starting halfway through the storyline. I mean, I'm going to have to try and figure out what the hell's going on, because, like I say, I haven't played, but in a while, actually. I also still need to finish Arkham City. It's weird, like, I loved Asylum, then went straight into City, And I think it was basically the same effect that happened when I played Assassin's Creed 2 and then started Brotherhood. Like, I know everyone who likes the Assassin's Creed games loves Brotherhood. But because I played it straight off the back of 2, it just felt like I was playing the same game but without any of the progress I'd already put in. Because they literally follow directly on from each other. And you play as the same character doing the same thing, but you don't have any of the things that you had before. And it just felt like I'd basically just hit the reset button and I was playing the same game, and I just really didn't enjoy it. And I feel like I kind of did the same thing with Arkham, because I went straight from Asylum straight into City, and it's kind of the same story. Like, you are Batman again, but now you're doing it in a city rather than an asylum. So it kind of just felt like I'd lost all the progress I'd put in and I had to do everything again, basically. The whole, like, being in the big city thing was really fun. And, like, I really loved Night. Like, there was a big gap between... I stopped playing City, and then I got Night ages later, because obviously Night came out a way afterwards. And I really enjoyed that game. The whole getting to just, like, smash around the city and the Batmobile and stuff was really fun. What have we got actually up today? Got any guaranteed, boys? Not looking like it. Crystalline structures? Nope. Raccoon? No, that's where I've already looked at. Until we're on wastes then. Nope, we've not got anybody guaranteed up, so let's hit the profits thing first. But yeah, I feel like if I went back and played City now, or Origins, I'd probably really enjoy them, because I've taken that much of a break from it that it'll feel like I'm playing a new game again. Kind of a problem I have with, like, sequels and stuff. Like, I have to take a big break between them. I can't play them just back to back, otherwise I have that reaction to it for some reason. Oh, well, he is up, apparently, considering all the corpses.
How fortunate.
Yep, cool. Let's just hope I can kill him before someone else gets him. So the amount of times I've come to these places and things have just been one shot before I could get there. Ah, damn it. Right, back up we go. It's gonna be so nice to fly here in Shadowlands. And not just be stuck on the ground. Actually, I don't know if you can fly on Argus at all, or if it's just... To be fair, it'd just be nice to fly around regular Legion, even if I can't fly around Argus.
How fortunate.
Just the ability to use the flying training that I paid for and all these flying mounts that I've earned would be nice, you know? I know we're limited to the ground to, like, you know, force us to actually experience the environment and the zones and stuff. I'm okay with that. I think the Pathfinder things are excessive, though. Like, having to do that much stuff just to unlock flying that you've already paid for, that you've already earned mounts for. Then to have to do all that just to be able to use the stuff you've already earned seems redundant to me. Oh, is he up too? God damn it, everyone's up here, apparently. Just no, like, world quests for them. Hopefully the Skyfin is up by the time we get there as well. Oh, the steed just despawns when you kill him. Fair enough. Oof, sorry, bud. Oh, be nice to get a mount. Please, game? Maybe? At least you can send those to my warrior. That's nice.
We have many unanswered questions about my brethren's fall to madness here in Makari. Bring me any memory crystals you find, and I will continue my research.
No, that's not up by the looks of it. Okay. Where do I go to get back up the top of here? I can't remember now.
Your expertise is needed. Prepare for battle.
Need to get up there onto that ledge.
My brethren have taken it upon themselves to hasten this area's fall to darkness. Disrupt their activities.
I'm not seeing it, to be honest. There's a dude sat here, but I'm not seeing the
Void will have its due.
not seeing any bodies for this thing. Nope. Fair enough. I know a lot of people do just sit at the spawn points for them like they do for the world bosses, but I ain't doing that. It's like a 4-hour respawn rotation. I don't... It's not something I want to sit around and wait for. Like, I've given up trying to farm the mounts in Pandaria, the ones that drop from the War Masters or whatever. Just because you have to sit around waiting for like hours and someone could just run past and one-shot it and take the kill from you, and it's kind of dumb. Oh yeah. It's a beautiful mount. Do love this thing. I was going to try and farm up for the rest of them, but I just haven't been bothered to do the rest of the war medal farms. Because you can get that really cool tiger that's in like armor and stuff. You also get that tiger that doesn't have any armor. 2 different options. Pretty sure it spawns on there normally. Okay, that's not up either. Where's the close? There's one like up here somewhere, isn't there? Those World Quest icons really... They really need to make them like slightly transparent so that you can actually see objectives through them. That would be nice. Well, not just objectives, like locations and stuff. Oh, there isn't one up there. Yeah, it's kind of hard to like see the full map with the world quests just all over it. So I forgot where I go here. Up here. Hoping Blistermore is up, or at least the Houndmaster. That'd be nice. Yeah, I think I was planning on doing a Battle Pet stream at some point before, and then ended up doing just a whole bunch of other stuff, so... Oh yeah, I went and did gold farming and stuff, and then I haven't done any of that since that stream, which I should do more of. I need to do it on my, my other characters, really. Okay, Blistermore isn't up. What about the Houndmaster?
How fortunate.
That's not the Houndmaster. It's a giant fat imp woman. He's not up either, god damn it. There's nothing else up in Argus right now. Mount Varga. No, I'm basically out of prayers to follow.
How fortunate.
That's also not Varga, that's an Inquisitor.
fortunate.
Still an Inquisitor. You got anything in here, bud? That's a no. Fair enough. Well, we've got enough time. I'm just gonna go do an Ixia, I guess. Just because it's relatively close to a teleporter. So kind of looking forward to Sneak's new stuff. They've done like a partnership with Millions. There's like little tiny ball sweet things. Doing like a bubblegum flavour. I really want to try those at some point. I'm hoping they do those in like the taster packs because I don't want to buy a giant pot of it. Because as much as I like the Sneak stuff and it's really useful, the like pots being like 35 quid each is kind of, for a flavour you don't know if you're going to like it or not, kind of pricey. I feel like I will, considering how much I used to eat those Million things when I was a kid. It was like the one thing I remember like almost always wanting from sweet shops and stuff. Be cool to see how close in flavour those two actually are. Although I haven't had Millions in ages, so I don't actually know. Well, I don't actually remember what they taste like. So maybe I could get some and a drink and try it. There we got a blue panther today. Nice. I still haven't touched any of that Nihilotha content, and I think most of it's going away in Shadowlands, so not much point. I originally really liked the idea of the corruption mechanic, in terms of like, you know, you get stronger gear but it also has a penalty to it. That idea to like balance things out I think is really cool. I really like it. But it's a little irritating when you're trying to level a character and you keep getting corruption gear like I do on my dwarf that has like 60 plus corruption on it, and he doesn't even have the cape yet because I haven't done the part of the storyline that gives him a cape. So I've got no resistances to it and no Heart of Azeroth power that gives me resistance. Just 60 corruption. On a character that's already undergeared. So then I'm just getting nuked by an eyeball because I got a ring that's got corruption on it, and I can't purify it, I don't think, because I haven't done the quest line to unlock purification. It's a real mess. I really feel like it limits your ability to gear up characters currently, because you're just getting corruption and then you can't do anything with it. I guess maybe I could send it over to my gnome if it's not, like, soulbound. And uncorrupt it, but I think world drops are soulbound, aren't they? They might be blind on equip. I can't remember. Generally, if I'm doing a world quest, it's to get a bit of gear that I want to equip, so, not really paid that much attention. Just bind when equipped. Oh, it's bind when picked up, so yeah, it becomes soulbind immediately. That's real dumb. Which means I can't uncorrupt it. Beautiful. I should probably go and do one of these though, because I need to like finish gearing up my gnome fully. And I keep missing all the emissary quests that give me gear as well, because of not playing. It's really bad actually. Although to be fair, with the gear squish happening in Shadowlands, I don't know how much of an issue it's really going to be, to be honest. I mean, the more I gear up now, the better off I'll be at the start, sure, but I'm just gonna get gear and replace it all anyway. The only character that's really gonna have an issue with that is probably gonna be the warrior, because the demon hunter can just leech and stay alive. My gnome has his pets. You can just send out and stay alive. It's really not going to be an issue. Apart from on the warrior, which is the one that I'm struggling to gear up because of corruption. Yep, no, that's set to 25, man. Let's get that Drake. Probably going to hit this and wrap up there, I think, to be honest, for the day. Might stick a film on or something. Actually, I kind of wanted to... Here's the thing. I want to level up the battle pets, and I want to finish doing the archaeology stuff, but I also want to paint some Warhammer. Kind of in the mood to paint right now. I also have some like extra ideas on converting a couple models, giving them some like bulkier shoulders and stuff. So might be worth doing that first. And like stick a film on, do some battle pet stuff later. I also need to spend some time doing some job applications again, because I've been kind of getting kind of lax on those again. Unfortunately. I mean, to be honest, everyone is just super slow at the minute. I feel like it doesn't help people being made redundant and then having to apply to jobs too. Which means like the replies you're getting from jobs are weeks late. Like it's taken some jobs months to get back to me in reply. I say months, a month, so like, you know, 3 to 4 weeks just to reply to a thing. Oh, I got a bag. That's good, I guess. Definitely not a mount. Oh, we can't get one every stream, I guess. But, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully we have more luck, you know, after Wednesday. Probably hit a next year again at some point. Got 2 more characters to do it on. I'm going to try and do this now more in future, where I just run, not necessarily one raid for the whole stream, but I'm going to go through and do that raid on all 3 of my 120s. And then we'll do another raid and do it on all 3 of the 120s, rather than, like, hopping around everywhere all the time and only hitting, like, raids once. Like, there are definitely specific mounts and stuff I'm after more than others, like the Onyxian Drake, Invincible, and stuff. They're the ones I want to, like, prioritize and try and get those now. And we'll see what else we can get along the way. But thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you guys again soon, and there's plenty of stuff up on the YouTube channel if you want to watch something other than WoW or just more WoW. So, see you guys next time.